Hey guys, in this book to screen, I'm going to be reviewing the web series Nothing Much to Do, based off of the play by William Shakespeare called Much Ado About Nothing, starring Harriet Mayer, Jake McGregor, Caleb Wells, Pearl Kennedy, and Matthew J. Smith. Nothing Much to Do is a 71-part web series that takes place in Messina High School and just follows the everyday occurrences of its high school students. So there's teenage angst and just drama everywhere. This web series actually functions on 3 different websites. The major one is Nothing Much to Do, which is focused on Beatrice. The second channel is called Benediction, and it focuses on Benedict. The third channel is called Watch Projects, which is ran by Beatrice's friend Ursula, and that is just where a lot of the group shots are held, the group videos, and also a place where the watch is ran, and that is where you see characters like Dogberry and Verges, and they fight crime. So yeah, if you decide to watch the web series Nothing Much to Do, make sure you are subscribed to all 3 channels, because every one of them, there's a number and you have to watch them all in that number sequence, or else you'll be confused. Like I said, this web series is based off of the Shakespeare play called Much Ado About Nothing, and it is a comedy, so this web series is also a comedy, with some drama every now and then. I will say in advance that I don't think I'm going to have any spoilers in here. If I happen to put some spoilers, I'll warn you in advance. So just to get going with the review. This was probably one of the best web series I've seen recently. I actually didn't even know it existed. I found out about it on Hypable.com. It's a place where they focus a lot on fandoms, and every Wednesday or so, they have a feature where they feature a web series. And Nothing Much to Do is featured on one of these Wednesdays, and that's how I found out about it. And I was just reading the article, and the person writing the article was just so passionate about this web series that I decided to give it a shot. And I am really glad I gave this web series a shot because it was terrific. The biggest thing about this web series, besides the fact that it is based off of one of my favorite Shakespearean comedies, is how real and genuine this web series is. It takes place in New Zealand at a fictional high school called Messina, and it's just about all these teenagers. And here's the thing. It is all real teenagers, all real high school students. They look the part and they act the part. And when I first went into this web series, knowing that it was a high school production, meaning the quality probably isn't the greatest and the acting probably isn't the greatest, I was quite surprised with the quality and the acting. It was top notch. Like I said, this is high school students. I could not believe how fantastic these high school students were. I gotta give them all the praise. You know, I've seen some of these high production web series, you know, where they hire actors and they make these wonderful sets. And sometimes the sets obviously look fake and phony, and you know it's a set. And then, even though they're hiring actors, sometimes some of the actors are not that good, and you can kind of tell sometimes that they're reading lines and scripts, and I never felt that way with the Nothing Much to Do web series. Like I said, they looked and acted like teenagers, and that is just the big thing about this web series and the big draw and why I enjoyed it so much. Seriously, I cannot go on about the acting enough. I mean, you just gotta watch it and experience. It's just so unique and down to earth and very, very real. If you've read the play, you obviously know some of the events that occur, and I was very concerned about how some of those elements would be brought from page to screen, especially in a modern day setting. And I think it worked. I totally bought it. I think all of the actors really inhabited their characters wonderfully. I really loved Harriet Mayer as Beatrice. You know, Beatrice is a very, you know, she's like no nonsense, and she'll tell you her opinion, and she's always saying, oh, I will never love anyone, I will never get married. And that works really great with the Beatrice in this web series because, you know, she is a high school student and she kind of has these ideas and she's already saying, I'm never gonna get married. And then we have Benedict, who is played by Jake McGregor. I can't imagine another perfect Benedict. He was so hilarious. And Benedict's character in the play, you know, he's very kind of egotistical and into himself, and he's much like Beatrice too, that he wants to remain a bachelor his whole life. And that, again, works perfectly in this high school setting because Benedict is rather egotistical and he doesn't want to get married, and he's just like fun and light and pretty much the comic relief of the whole series. I also love the fact that this web series took a lot from the play. I made sure to reread the play again before I got into the web series, and I'm glad I did because I was able to spot a lot of nuances and lines. For instance, in the play, just to kind of give some random lines that Beatrice says in the play, Beatrice at one point says something that she hates facial hair. She makes a remark about that in the web series. There's another part where she says that she'll eat Claudio's heart out with her teeth. She makes mention of that in the web series. And one of the funniest lines in Much Ado About Nothing is probably when Dogberry, the constable I think he is, he says something, someone insults him and they call him an ass, and he's like, he's calling me an ass, something to that effect. And I was hoping they would put that in the web series, and they did, and it was really funny. So yeah, if you've read the play, or if you haven't, make sure you do before you go into this web series, because it's just a more engaging atmosphere when you go into the web series, and you're able to pick up all those little things and all those details. So have you guys seen the web series, Nothing Much to Do, and what did you think? Did you like it? Did you hate it? I would actually like to get into more spoiler territory and discuss things, so if you have seen it, feel free to just talk away with me so we can share our love. But yeah, I freaking highly recommend this series. Just a joy from start to finish. It does start off a tad bit slow, but once it gets going, it really gets going, and it's hard to stop watching. It's like I could literally just have marathon this whole thing if I wanted to. So that's it for this book to screen. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you liked this book to screen, you may like these other book to screens. Bye guys.